Nick Ershaw.
All right.
It doesn't count. It's not a clue.
Well, let's just leave it behind us, all right?
Second one was buy it if you want. You know, I'm not bothered. You can think about it, come back, have a look around, think it over. I'm not fussed. The initials were SC. That was soft sell, right?
That works.
Yeah.
Well done.
That works.
Right. And that's good. I can play Tumping Bowling again. That's O. That's Outcast. Right?
What does that mean? Outcast?
You're out. You broke your arm. Right? Got the
That's
cast off.
ridiculous.
That's ludicrous.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
You broke your arm, you were in a cast, you got rid of the cast, you're outcast.
Did anyone get that?
Yeah.
I mean, I am stunned.
I think, to be fair, that was because how many bands begin with O?
Yeah.
I think that's why people got it.
Exactly. But they were guesses, yeah. I could probably make Oasis work if I tried hard enough.
We've done that.
Pardon me.
So, Outcast.
That's ridiculous.
Why is it ridiculous?
But it's ridiculous.
The leap to
We had
bowling.
worse than that!
No,
Imagine that!
I remember when I did my wrist in, then it fixed, I went Tumping Bowling.
Why did you
So it's what you did. Brilliant. So next week's quiz is what am I thinking? You're an idiot, Carl. Play a record.
It's like, you know, one thing we've never done, Rick, is we've never pandered to people, but as it's the last show, we've got to give the audience what they want.
Rockbusters?
Well, yeah, and I was going to say things they don't want as well. You know, well, just basically to keep a smile on Carl's face. I say a smile, a sort of not quite a scowl.
Yeah, he never really smiles.
So, yeah, it's just really as a chance for him to have a go. It's like, you know, you indulge an annoying child.
The only time Carl laughs is for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
What do you think, like...
What do you mean?
Well, sometimes you go... and I know you'll be thinking of what a monkey could do.
Yeah, it's like people who've had electroshock therapy.
Yeah! Oh, it's such a tied down biting on
Exactly,
something.
yeah.
Biting on a big leather pad.
Let me just tell you briefly what the prizes are. It's the number.
That looks like a piece of shit.
Let me tell you, mate. Let me tell you. There's a number of mediocre CDs and DVDs.
That is real
But
talent.
mainly, what about this? It's the Lord of the Rings Collector's Edition.
Oh.
Well, the movies you're thinking. No, it's the Radio 4 adaptation. It's only 14 hours long, Rick.
Oh, that is... Throw that away. Pop that in the bin.
That's
Either pop it in the bin or send it to some poor bastard who wins this quiz.
If you're willing to take part in the quiz, you deserve 14 hours of your life wasted with that Tolkien tripe. So,
Right.
Yeah, what are the clues then, Carl?
Right, as always, just, you know, cryptic clues and that. Initials of the band or an artist, work it out, win the stuff.
Yeah. Email only.
Yeah, ricky.gervais, XFM.co.uk. First clue is as follows. The Jamaican fella wrote a review for...
He's back. It's the last show the little Jamaican fella's made an appearance.
This normally suggests that you need to think of the answer in a Jamaican accent.
Yeah, or not.
Yeah, or not.
Yeah,
So
any
hang on,
accent,
say one.
or an accent, or pronounce the word slightly differently.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, go on.
The Jamaican fella wrote a review for Phoenix Nights. Alright?
Yeah.
DC is the initials.
DC, Dick
Yeah.
Derrick.
Yeah, DC. The Jamaican fella wrote a review for Phoenix Nights. That's the first one. Second one, there's three of them. Second one is we should all vote for Paul Daniels, David Blaine, Copperfield, The Great Soprendo, Tommy Cooper, and Darren Brown. We should all vote for them. Why is that? What was?
I've just got the first one.
ES.
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 Okay.
And the last one, Steve, what did your dad do? Huh?
Steve, what did my dad do?
What did your dad do?
Is that the question or are you asking me?
Well, Ricky, what did your dad do? It can work on anyone. What did your dad do?
Alright.
Right? That's E. Right?
What did your dad do?
Quickly again, the Jamaican fellow wrote a review for Phoenix Nights. Right? DC. Second one, we should all vote for Paul Daniels, David Blaine, Copperfield, Great Soprano. No, but that's important. Right? ES, and the last one, you know, Steve, what did your dad do? Right?
Okay.
Initial E.
Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. We don't want to speak to you. Please don't phone up.
Remember, you could win some Lord of the Rings tripe.
There's no more on XFM. Last Rockbusters ever.
So was it disappointing? Go on.
Anyway, Rockbusters, right? Right, first clue was Jamaican fella wrote a review for Phoenix Nights.
Yeah.
That was the cryptic clue. The initials were DC.
Yeah.
What is it?
Come on, no, you tell me.
It's Define Comedy. All right?
Define comedy.
It's a divine comedy. All right?
What is that?
That's
Well,
a
I'm just
Do
Jamaican.
the accent again, do the accent again.
No, it's just divine comedy. That's
Do the accent
No, I'm not
again.
doing it again. You've got the answer. It doesn't matter. Let's move on. Right? Second one. We should all vote for Paul Daniels, David Blaine, Copperfield, Great Sofrendo, Tommy Cooper and Darren Brown. Why is that? ES were the initials.
Go on.
Electric Six. Right?
What?
Electric Six. It works, so don't say it like that.
I don't know what it means.
Right, well, there's 6 people there who do tricks and that. Right? I'm saying we should vote for them, so you elect them.
Yeah, but he said elect.
Yeah, Electric Six.
No, elect though. Elect's not a word, is it?
And the last one,
I don't think elect's a word. Elect.
Steve.
You don't mean Alec, do you? It's not Alec Park. You're not trying to do Alec Park. The one.
Third one, Steve, what did your dad do?
I don't know.
That was E. Could work for anyone, it didn't have to be Steve. Right? That was Erasure. Right? Erasure.
Erasure. No, it doesn't work either. It doesn't work
Kind of does
either.
work.
No,
It
it
does
doesn't
work.
work. Doesn't work.
Who's the winner?
None of them work. None of them work. Another pile of crap for the mind of little stupid.
I'll give the prizes
Dopey
to...
little.
I'm going to give the prizes to Martin Williams from Flintshire. I don't know where Flintshire is. He says that he's promised to listen to the Lord of the Rings, and by listen he means sold on eBay. Thanks for coming in.
Stupid. The end of Rockbusters from the stupid little shitty brain. I'm going to say it. Of Pilkington.
Right.
Right, we're doing Rockbusters then.
Oh, you should explain briefly what the concept is, Carl, because there might be a few new listeners.
It's Blockbusters. Right, go on then.
But it's not Blockbusters.
No, because they were real clues, weren't they?
Yeah, that was actually...
He says they're a cryptic clue. It's not cryptic.
Well,
It's like, what am I thinking? This competition is like, what number am I thinking of?
Rick, just calm down for a second. Let me explain basically what the concept is. You'll remember some of the greats from the past.
Yeah.
Basically, you give some vague clue. Is that right, Carl? And from that, we're supposed to deduct which band or artist you're thinking of. So,
Yeah.
for instance, there was
there was one, the West Indian fella spinning a fish round his head, and that was Detroit Spinners.
The Trout Spinners.
Yeah, Detroit Spinners. Yeah.
There's also what happens if you fall over into a puddle in Texas. Wet knee Houston.
Yeah, that is the level of Carl's
That's what you're
clues.
going with.
But could I just say, there's no irony in this. Carl doesn't think this is quirky or kitsch or ironic. He thinks these could go on the Guardian crossword.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
This is the best stuff we can come up with.
Yeah.
Right, so there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
Right? I'll give you the cryptic clue.
Yeah, not
and to help
cryptic.
you along, that is.
Yeah, not
and I'll
really.
give you some initials of the band or the artist or whatever to help you along as well.
Yeah.
3 of them.
This is on the text only. We don't want emails on this one. Just
It's
eight.
the one that gets the highest or the first one to get 3. The first email with 3 or the first one that is the highest. So if no one gets the third one, which I wouldn't blame you for, so if there's like 30 people that get 2, it's the first email that comes in that we pick, and they win a handful of tat. Would you like to go through?
I'll search out the tag in a second. I'm not sure what it is, yeah. There's some DVDs and stuff there. It's not bad, yeah. But it means you go forward to the grand final in 6 weeks' time when you're playing for all that amazing stuff Ricky's got. We've got the signed, genuine, exclusive drawing of Homer Simpson done by Matt Groening, featuring references to Carl. We've got the signed Spinal Tap poster. So this is big stuff you can't get anywhere else.
No, it's a rare American poster signed by.
And it's such a shame that your only chance of winning it is with this inane quiz.
Absolutely, it's not down to skill or anything. It's just such a shame that.
Let's just do it then.
Go on then.
Right, the first one.
Go on.
What you've got to remember is it's a band or an artist that XFM play as well. Right. Right then, so the first one.
Oh yeah, because X-Men play the Detroit Spinners and Whitney Houston all the time, don't they?
All right, these 3.
Okay.
These are XFM bands.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. If you got like a ball.
Oh Jesus! I know. You don't think about the cryptic clue is that every syllable counts. He says it different every time he says it. There'll be something different. Look, go on then.
Right, so if you get a bulb, right?
A bulb what?
A bulb.
A bulb.
What's a bulb?
What's a bulb?
Like
A light bulb.
A light bulb. Oh, a light bulb.
So you get a bulb.
You get a bulb. Yeah.
Come on.
He's gone. Right, go on.
So you get a bulb.
Oh, yeah. A bulb. Yeah. Have you got something in your throat? What are you doing? Are you eating a gobstopper? What are you doing?
Play a song then.
No, come on.
Go on. So the cryptic clue is, so, if you get a bulb, right, so...
That's the beginning. Okay, great.
Right, if you get if you get a bulb, right, go on.
And you look after it, right? You look after that bulb. And you teach it stuff. And all
Jesus
that.
Christ.
What are you doing there? Do you know what I mean?
This is extraordinary. This is extraordinary.
Imagine that written down in the
He's
Telegraph.
had 18 months to get
But imagine it, that's not a clue, that's an essay. I don't know what it is. It's a
I
conversation
don't know
with
if he means a
yourself.
light bulb, a bulb like you plant in the garden. What kind of bulb does he mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
Oh,
You
okay.
get a bulb.
Well, remember that, it doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter
It
what...
does, but I can't say too much. Right, so listen, let me just say it again. You get a bulb, right?
Yeah.
You look after that bulb,
Yeah.
you teach it stuff, what have you done there? What's gone on?
Brilliant!
And
So
what the
good
initials are
science.
about?
R, right?
R.
R for rabbit, right? So what's the band there? Second one,
Jesus.
people have a problem doing this when they get home from like a night out drinking. Right? What's the problem with them? Right? The initial there, K. What's the band? Right? People get in from having a night out, they'll have a problem doing this. What is it? What's the problem?
Okay. And clue number 3.
I had a vision of that Chinese flu. Right? That's C. I had a vision of that Chinese flu.
You had a vision of that Chinese flu,
Yeah,
and that's
the
the letter
band
C.
C. Right? So 3 bands there, 3 cryptic clues.
Not really.
Text in 83 XFM. Just send the 3 band names. That'll do all right.
Can they do a website as well?
If they want, they can email in.
Well, tell them what it is.
Yeah, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Right.
Send it in there.
Give them again quickly then, Carl.
Right then, so get a bulb when it's young and that. Look
Brilliant,
after it,
different,
look
totally
after
different.
It, teach it stuff
Yeah,
and all that.
okay.
What's the band, right? Second one, people have a problem doing this when they get home late at night. You know, they've been out drinking and that, they get home, what problem do you have? K is the initial. Third one, I had a vision of that Chinese flu. What do I mean?
Brilliant.
C's the initial.
Play a record. I mean, it's abomination. Right, but...
So give us the...
Go on, give us the clue. I haven't got an idea. Go on, give me the clue then again.
Right, well, do you want to say who the winner is? Or
No, let's hear the answer.
First clue was if you get a bulb when it's young, you look after it and that, you teach it stuff.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Go on.
The initial was R.
Yeah.
Right, that was razor light. All right?
Raise light, you raise a light.
Razor
Yeah.
light, okay.
Kind of works.
Yeah, it
Second
didn't matter
one.
what sort of bulb it was then.
Very
Sure.
specific.
Go on, Mike, go on.
People have a problem doing this when they get home from a night out drinking.
Yeah.
What's the problem they're having? They have a problem getting the key in. That key in.
That's awful.
Word.
That doesn't count.
Words.
Keen.
And you get it right.
It's keen. It's keen. This one's awful.
last one.
Awful.
I had a vision of that Chinese flu.
Yeah.
That initial there was C. That was Caesars. Caesars. They managed to get that as well.
Three. I love the fact that even he knows they managed to get that as well. Did anyone get all 3?
Yeah, a few people.
That's terrible. Okay, who's the first one? Who
I
was the
don't
first?
know what it says about XFM and its listeners that people are getting these answers
I
right.
know. Go on then.
I mean, horrific. But anyway, we're going to give it, and it goes forward, as I say, for the big prizes in 6 weeks' time.
Three clues.
Well, hang on, let's play the jingle.
No, I haven't got one.
You not got a jingle from Rockbusters?
No.
Do one quickly, no.
Okay. Rockbusters.
Brilliant.
All right, so we got 3 of them. Cryptic clue and the initials. The band. It could be a band or an artist. We've done all that, haven't we?
Yeah.
All right, first one. The fella let his wife know how he got the bruise on his leg. Right?
Give us that again.
The fella let his wife know how he got the bruise on the leg. He got a little bruise.
Yeah, it's all imagine that in the Times crossword. You read it again, it's slightly different. Every time I look back at this crossword, it's slightly different. All the words change. It can't be cryptic.
The initials there, CL. Right, CL. Fella got a bruise on his leg. He let his wife know how he got it. What's going on? Right, second one.
All the muttering.
And what's the next cryptic
one.
clue?
Second one. That Potter lad had a lot of bottle doing all that stuff with the wizards and that. Right? He had a lot of bottle playing with the wizards and that. What's all that about? Right?
He always knows what's all that about.
TB there, band or artist, the initials TB, that Potter lad, he's got a lot of bottle doing all that stuff with the wizards. And the third one, The Buddhists won't be able to get in their temple without these. Oh. What do they need, right? The Buddhists won't be able to get in their temple without these. The initials TM. Right?
They've been hanging on for Rockbusters clues, I imagine. Here's the answer. Sorry, give us the clue again quickly.
Alright, so the first one was the fella let his wife know how he got the bruise on his legs.
Go on.
Right, that was Courtney Love. Yeah, Courtney Love. So that's Courtney Love.
So that's
the
fine.
first one, CL.
So that one's fine.
The second one, that Potter.
What am I doing? Letting that one
Just
go?
let it go, just let it go.
Am I just letting that go?
Annoyingly, we haven't got time to take issue with it.
Okay.
That Potter lad, he's got a lot of bottle, hasn't he, doing all that stuff with the wizards and that.
Go on.
That's Brave Harry, yeah, the Bravery, current sort of XFM band, the Brave Harry, that works as well.
No, it doesn't.
And the last one,
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't work.
the Buddhists
It doesn't work.
won't be able to get in their temple without
Doesn't
these.
work. Brave Harry. Brave Harry. Doesn't work. Brave Harry.
The
Brave
Buddhists,
Harry.
Buddhists won't be able to get in their temple without these. TM, that's
Yeah.
the monk keys, right? So who got all them?
The Monk Keys?
Who got all them right?
Which band are called the Monk Keys?
The monkeys.
Oh, the Monkeys.
Yeah, the monkeys. Right. So who's the winner this week?
The winner this week is Gina.
Well, we're letting that go, yeah?
Gina got them all right. I think her text said she was from Horrorstead. I don't know, I've never heard of that place, but I assume that's right. But Gina, you win that selection.
I can't believe she got them. I cannot believe she got them. But she goes, wins those, and also goes into the prize draw. We'll have 6 people competing for that original Matt Groening thing. If you go to rickygervais.com, you can see Matt actually doing that. We've got a signed Nigel Tufnell and original drawing of us as Flammals.
That's what I say at xfm.co.uk/wiki. If you
Yeah.
want to look at the picture.
And well, that's it. It's 3 o'clock. I'm Ricky Gervais with Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington.
More drivel next time.
A shaven monkey.
Right.
What have we got for us?
Right then, the first one. There's a vehicle that sells kebabs. Right. There's a vehicle that sells kebabs. Initial D. Right. D.
Great.
Right. Have you worked that one out?
Of course I haven't.
Right. The second one. You're asked if you want that bit of the egg.
You what?
You're asked if you want that bit of the egg. You think about it, but we sort of decide against it.
And again?
What's going on there? You're asked if you want that bit of the egg. You think about it, but you go, no, go against it. Right?
I've got it. Is it initial W-Y-O?
Yeah.
Got it.
Right, so...
Okay.
That one works. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
and the last one, I don't think this burger will catch on.
I don't think this burger will catch on.
Yeah, and the letter there is M. So you just text or email in.
But it's what they're waiting for is the Rockbusters answers.
That's right.
Right.
Okay, give us the clue, give us the answer.
Right then, first one.
Oh, yeah, because we haven't got long for monkey news.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. First one. There's a vehicle over there that's
changed.
selling kebabs.
Oh, it's changed. Go on.
Initial D.
Yeah, what is it?
That was Donovan.
Okay.
All right, yeah, okay.
Yeah. That
Good.
worked.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
Second
That's a
one.
real clue.
Well, we got it. Like they always do, so they're always real clues. Second one. You're asked if you want that bit of the egg, right? You think about it, then you decide against it.
I think I know this one. What was the initial again?
Y-O.
Is this John Lennon's wife, Yoko Ono?
Yeah, that's right.
I think that was her name, Yoko Ono, was it?
Yeah, it's Yoko No. It was Yoko No.
No, you've got it wrong. You're thinking about it. You're asked if you want a bit of the egg.
Yeah.
You go, yolk. You think about it. Oh no.
Oh, so you say it's what? You stuck her? So
No,
it's
no.
Yoko Ono.
You did
No,
it
her
wrong.
name's Yoko Ono, though.
Yeah, Yoko
Yeah.
Ono. Listen to the clue again.
Okay, no.
Listen to the clue.
So what you say is, do you want this bit of the egg? You did, the other bit, no. Yolk, oh no. Yoko, oh no. Yoko, oh no. Yoko, no. Oh, yolk. Yeah, go on, brilliant. Yeah, okay, yeah, Yoko, no, yeah, go on. No, next, yeah.
And the last one was, I don't think this burger will catch on. That was initial M.
Yeah.
McFly. Right? So there's your 3 clues.
Which
There's your
one?
answers.
It won't catch on.
Well, who'd want to eat that? You know what I mean? It's like a Mac burger or whatever, Mac chicken, McFly. Don't want one. Put it back. I'll have a chicken. Right? So who's got the 3 then?
Well done to Ian Shillam from Mansfield, who's got all those answers right amazingly. He wins all those great prizes, including Ladder 49, starring Joaquin Phoenix and John Travolta, which I don't think anyone's ever seen.
49 of them.
And he wins that, but he also goes forward, as you say, to the big draw, which will come up at the end of the
It's to win the signed Homer saying, I like Carl, she's stupid like me. And you can see Matt Groening drawing that. To know it's real on wickedways.com. And you can win that. And a signed Nigel Tufnell poster.
Quickly whiz through the questions.
So we need the answers quickly, Carl.
Rockbusters. We're running out of time. We've got Rockbusters and Monkey News to come in this fun-packed show.
Give us the clues, give us the answers.
Right, the first one was, why don't you borrow a little bit of land off Mr. Boardman, or Mr. Laurel, or Mr. Fletcher?
Go on then.
Right, what am I getting at there? The initials were LS, right? Lease a Stan's field, right? Because you're borrowing it, that's leasing it. It's Stan Boardman, Stan Laurel, and it's a field and that, isn't it? Second one, I'm going to annoy those seabirds. That was B. What are you doing when you're annoying a bird? You're bugging it. What's a seabird? A gull. Buggles. Right? Bug gulls.
I don't know where to start, mate.
Right, don't worry about it.
I don't know where to start. If we had more time,
don't worry.
I'd throw him out of a window. Right.
What the Scouse fella said to the robber he found in his house next to his vineyard.
Go on,
that was A.W.
Yeah.
That was A, me Winehouse. Right? A, me Winehouse.
What?
Me Winehouse.
What do you mean Winehouse?
It's a vineyard, and there's a cottage in a vineyard, so that's
What
like
was I saying? What's the clue again?
Amy Winehouse.
Well, yeah, but what do you mean? Why is he saying? Why is it a robber?
Because the robber's getting in, and he's sort of saying, hey.
But what's the robber got to do with it? Why is it just a normal bloke? I don't say. Why is he saying Amy Winehouse? Why is he saying that?
Because he's saying to him, hey, get out, kind
Well,
of.
no. I saw it. Her name isn't A, get out me Winehouse. Her name is. Her name isn't A, get out me Winehouse.
Gavin Thompson got them all right. He's in Edinburgh, so he's winning ladder 49 and that. That's safe. That's on the.
And he's going into the prize draw to win those. Just do. I mean, this better be a good Monkey News, Carl. That's all I can say because that was drivel. Amy Winehouse.
Play the jingle.
Questions again.
Yeah.
John's texted in, by the way. He says, I never get any of the Rockbusters clues. Is this a good or a bad thing? Definitely a good thing.
Definitely a good thing. Yeah.
All other people do.
Well,
First one. Why don't you borrow a bit of land off Mr. Boardman or Mr. Laurel or even Mr. Fletcher? Right. LS. Second one. I'm going to annoy those seabirds. Right. B. And the last one. What the Scouse fella said to the robber he found in his house next to his vineyard. AW. If you know what they are, email in or text in.
Tell us about the woman. What's the text? Quick,
83936 on the text. ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk on the email on that.
Alright, and that. Right, I'm down.
make a note of that.
And that. Right, tell us about this woman.
Right.
Go on then, Carl.
Right, the first one then. When I'm ill, I throw up horse food. When I'm ill, I throw up horse food. How can that work? What's going on there? The initials there. I-H. Right? It's a band or an artist or a singer. Something like that. I-H. They're the initials. The clue.
I've got it.
When I'm ill, I throw up horse food. Right?
I've got it.
Right then. Well, don't say anything. Works, doesn't it?
No.
Second one, that garden tool, it's not yours. What are you doing with it? Right?
Yeah.
That garden tool you're messing about with there, it's not yours.
Yeah.
Give it back.
What's that?
ND. Right? Artist or a band. What's going on there? Third one, that male sheep sounds fed up. Why is he fed up? Right? TR's the initials. That male sheep sounds fed up. What's going on? If you know the answers to them three, email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk or you can text in 83XFM. Alright?
Great prizes. You can win yourself a copy of Ladder 49.
Well, come on then.
Well, let's do Rockbusters on
Yeah,
that.
do Rockbusters. And you got Monkey News.
Well, we'll see if we've got time.
No, we got to do Monkey News.
Listen though, Justin, if he's out in the office.
Oh, look, just quick, do the
Right, listen,
Rockbusters
right.
answers then.
Have you got a winner?
No, I don't even know the answers, do
We'll
I?
pick one. Alright then, the first one.
I just got the plastic cup.
Right, the first one was, when I'm ill,
Yeah.
I throw up horse food. Right?
Yeah.
That's the clue. The initials were IH.
I got this one.
And that
I must say, too.
that was I sick haze, because when you're ill, you're sick. What do horses eat? They eat hay. I sick haze. I sick haze is the answer. You got that?
Rings, and they said, did they sort out the fire in heaven that your wife told us about?
Oh.
He went, 1, there is no fire in my oven. 2, I haven't got a wife. And Carl went, what do you think of that? I went, that's not it. He went, yeah. I went,
That's the end of the story.
What? He went, well, how'd you explain that? I went, explain what? I thought he was going to say, a year later we got married, but she died in an oven fire. Right? I thought it was going to be that. And I went,
That's
what?
people winding him up.
Yeah, or someone did report a fire oven, and their name was Johnson, and they looked up Johnson, they got the wrong thing, it was the gas board, and they sent around to the wrong person, right? You know, he went, yeah. I said, I explained to him, he went, yeah. Why did they look at the cat funny?
Oh, man alive, Carl. This is really weird, right? I was in my house once, right, and the doorbell rang.
Yeah.
Right, I opened the door and there was no one there.
Yeah.
Right? And then I looked across the street,
And some
right,
kids
and there were some
running-
kids running away.
Yeah.
Now, how do you explain that?
Yeah.
There was another time, right, where, like, I opened the door and there was a back goes, you've ordered pizza. I went, I haven't ordered pizza. And I heard my mate upstairs giggling and putting the phone down.
Yeah. How do you explain that?
Carl, seriously, why did you tell me that story? What did you think that was weird about that?
The fact that it was 3 different people.
Is this all the information? Is that the entire story?
It was 3 different people.
Did you fall
hassling
asleep
him
and not read the
about
end?
a fire that didn't happen, about a wife that didn't exist, and a cat that didn't look happy.
Oh, I'm going to have a heart attack, Carl. What? I mean, why did they look at the cat funny?
Because cats don't like spirits, do they?
What? The other blokes were ghosts?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
So
explanation.
these are kind of beetle about type ghosts. These are ghosts who walk the earth as the undead, just winding people up slightly.
That's lovely. That is lovely.
seriously,
And a cat that did not look happy.
But seriously, why would ghosts wander around just like winding people up?
Maybe something did happen there years ago. Some fire, some woman might have died in the house of a fire or something.
Yeah.
And it sort of all happened again.
Yeah, it's certainly a mystery.
Oh, if you don't
It's a mystery. I mean, I can't.
What's this book you were reading? You were reading a book, which is interesting enough.
It was the for tea and times.
Oh, Carl.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to say.
Well, I'll tell you this, Carl. Here's a track that will spook you right out. This is Warren Zevon from, what was it, like about 1979, early 80s?
Oh, great track.
Werewolves of London. Play this, Carl. But don't be... From 1978, Carl, Werewolves of London by Warren Zevon. Are you a fan of that?
It's all right, that.
Great track, isn't it?
Fans of Warren Zevon maybe if you know he's got a new album out, as we speak. Although, if you're a fan, you probably know that already.
Yeah.
If you aren't a
People
fan-
who hate him would be interested in knowing that he's got a new album out. Do you believe in, I think, lycanthropy? Is it not called?
What's that, sorry?
Lycanthropy.
What's lycanthropy?
Isn't that werewolfism?
Really?
Isn't it? Do you believe in that, Carl?
They've found stuff, haven't they? They've found kids walking about who are all hairy. Because they sort of grew up with wolves and that.
Yeah.
So,
No, you see, 2 things there. You cannot take on acquired characteristics genetically. So, if you grew up with wolves, it wouldn't suddenly make you hairy.
There's been pictures, there's been stories on it, and I reckon most people have, or a lot of people have seen the stories. It's a popular thing.
You mean the kids that are born hairy?
No, there's kids who've been born hairy, right?
Yeah, that's it.
No, but listen, and they walk around on all 4s, and they drink milk from a saucer.
Steve, this is
No,
too
remember
easy.
that time with the maggot in the head? Getting out with bacon, and you were like laughing, and then people called up and said, yeah, I've seen that, I've read about that.
Yeah,
This is the same thing.
Have you seen an XFM listener up close? Have you ever looked?
They
studied?
drink milk from a saucer.
Yeah, they've got to be kept on leads. People who listen to this show.
There's no point me telling you about stuff.
There is. It's comedy gold.
When you were out of school, did you keep arguing with the teacher saying you're talking rubbish then?
Teachers didn't teach us about werewolf boys and ghosts. They taught us maths. God, right, tell the story about the manhole cover.
Right, in the same magazine, as the one with the cat and the fire and that.
Don't tell me that story again, it gives me the shivers.
Yeah, a cat that's got a weird expression on its face is against God.
Anyway, this isn't a scary story. This was just like physics.
Yeah.
It was going on about the nuclear bomb and how powerful it is. And they put a manhole cover on top of one.
Okay.
Blew it up.
Yeah.
Never saw the manhole cover again.
Man alive, Carl.
What's going on there? Something weird is happening there. Oh.
If anyone has ever seen that manhole cover, please get in touch. We'd love to know where it is.
Oh, that's fantastic. What sort of experiment is that? I imagine all these scientists on multi-billion-pound research projects, they're going, we test everything. What would they do to a manhole cover? Don't know.
That's like letting a couple of students.
Exactly, yeah. Do you reckon it can send a traffic cone into orbit? Go on then, put it on there. I love that. I imagine that. What value is that? I might tell you what we could do. We could put the manhole cover on it and aim it and then blow the bomb up and the manhole cover would have someone's eye out. Fire it. See if you can fire manhole covers off the nuclear bomb. Try bangers to a bomb. See if it's louder. Oh, God.
Okay, listen, Carl, play on the track, and then afterwards, can we probe your views on the week's news?
If you want.
We'll do a bit of a white van Carl session.
Smashing Pumpkins. Today is the greatest, because we're back.
That's true.
All right.
I hope people, Rick, were listening to that loud in this lovely summer's day.
Or no, not too loud.
Well,
don't annoy people. White Van Carl.
Yeah, White Van Carl. I mean, for those that don't know, we do this...
we ask Carl the questions that the Sun asks someone else.
That's right, the Sun every day asks some, average Joe, his views on the week's big stories. Carl, let me ask you now, what do you make of Prince Harry smoking openly at a polo club? Are you aware of this story?
No. Was it? Go on.
Prince Harry, you know that he's one of the royals.
Yeah.
And he was seen smoking openly, a fag, a cigarette, at a polo club.
Third in line to the throne.
Something like that, yeah.
Imagine that. Someone smoking a cigarette is third in line to the throne.
A cigarette, Carl.
Is it a non-smoking polo club?
Do you know, I don't know, but if it were, would that make things even worse for you?
Well,
no, seriously, what do you make of it? This is, the whole, the furore is he's a role model, he's a royal. Should he be seen puffing away in a public place?
I don't think it matters, does it?
Not concerned for you?
How old is he? Is he old enough to smoke?
I think he probably is, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Well, I think the trouble with this role model thing, with anything that's legal, it should either be illegal or not.
Yeah.
I just don't think you can impose things like that, because you could say that it is bad for you, and it is bad to start smoking, and it really is bad for you, it causes cancer and everything.
But everyone knows that, don't they?
Well, yeah, but you should either make it illegal or shut up about it. So this is Carl you're asking, isn't it?
I am indeed. So you can throw these questions your way as well, if you fancy.
Sorry, yeah.
But it doesn't matter.
But Carl, what are your views generally? I mean, obviously cigarettes are perfectly legal and so on, but what about stronger narcotics? Because I know you're very scared of drugs and stuff, aren't you?
I'm not a fan.
No, what's your concern? What's your worry?
Just that you might get into them.
Sure.
Just like you might have them and go, oh, this is all right.
Exactly, Carl. Exactly.
Although I was talking to you about it earlier, and you weren't very sympathetic about a lot of young people who have perhaps gone to crack or smack. Didn't you describe it as their own fault?
Sometimes it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I could have turned to it where I grew up, but I said, well, don't want to do that. It's not good for you.
Sure.
I avoided it.
You turned to ghosts.
So you've got no sympathy for anyone who's a drug addict? It's their own fault, is your...
It depends, doesn't it?
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? You can be an addict if... I don't know, something... I'm trying to think of a nice way that...
Well, most people start on stuff like that because something really traumatic's happened to them. Very few people go out for a laugh one night and go, let's all try it.
Sure.
So, but, yeah.
Just say no, I suppose it's the
Just say
attitude.
no, listen to the cast of Grange Hill.
Now, this will scare you. Now, Carl, you will be a little bit unnerved about this. Have you seen the film Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
You know what happened there? Well, according to the Sun here, it says scientists are planning to clone mammoths for a theme park. Look at his face, look at that, he looks like a dog caught in the headlights of a car, he's terrified.
I love Carl.
He sprung to attention there.
Is that the best news you could have?
Man moths.
Right,
yeah, man moths.
I
Man
love
moths.
the fact that that's why he was so excited that they bred a man moth. What is this? Yeah, it's a human being that hides in your wardrobe and eats the entire jacket in a day.
Yeah.
What do you mean, man moths? Mammoths. Mammoth, the big hairy cow from the Ice Age. I mean, elephant.
You're not so excited about that, then? You could take or leave bringing back mammoths to life, but a man moth...
A man moth is a different matter. Oh, if we'd have never brought that up, he'd have gone and told someone now.
Yeah.
You know, they'd bred an half man, half moth.
This is what we mean.
That's how things start.
This is what we mean when you hear these ghost
Are you
stories.
slightly deaf? Is that it? When you hear these stories, you're slightly deaf. And his head was in the basket, and he went, count how many times I blink. Is it?
Carl, is English your first language? Are you actually foreign? Is that
Yeah.
Should we speak
when we say
slow?
foreign, we mean not of this planet.
Yeah. Should we speak slow? Would that be a help to you?
No, go on. Next
What do you
one.
make of
Do
that?
you think that's good? We
idea
good to
of
bring back mammoths.
prehistoric animals.
These giant elephants.
They're slow, aren't they? It's not as if they're going to like get out and run fast and they can't capture them.
They'll probably be a
Like
fence, to be honest,
elephants,
Carl.
aren't
They'll probably be a fence.
they? No, but I'm saying, but you're asking it as if like, oh, it could all go wrong, but it couldn't, could it?
Well,
Really?
but the point was about Jurassic Park is they thought it wouldn't go wrong. They thought they had it all under control.
well,
Have you
Dinosaurs.
learned nothing from Jurassic Park, Carl?
Dinosaurs would say, oh, think about it before you do it. But with a airy elephant, it's not going to.
Not a concern for you. Would you go along to see him? Would you be interested in that?
If it was in the area.
He's great, isn't he? I'd love a queue,
Nothing
right?
impresses
No,
him.
but what I'd like to do is Carl sitting like Yoda in a little cave, and I'd just like to see people like Tony Blair and Stephen Hawking in a queue, and they go and say, "Carl, got a bit of a problem."
And thinking of cloning a man and a moth. Problem? Not an issue. No, if I'm in the area, I won't cruise around and have a look at it. Otherwise, just don't send it near my clothes.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So just for a second, as the words man moth came into your head, how excited were you? I mean, were you both terrified and excited? Just for the moment when you thought that they'd cloned a man and a moth?
I pictured
What kind of face did he have? Did he have the moth's head or was it a man's head?
just a little head, little man head.
Right, what was his face? What did it look like?
He just was like a bit shocked.
Perplexed, yeah. So it was like he'd been grafted onto the body of a moth without his consent.
And when he was asleep,
Yeah, he'd woken up.
he just went in to have a goiter removed, and they said, "We've replaced your goiter with the body of a giant moth."
Yeah.
Is that all right, Mr. Jenkins?
So he had the head of a little... Was it a little boy or a man?
Little man.
Right, okay.
And he's just bumping into a lamp.
Just rubbing into a
Carl, if you went into hospital and they'd done something, what's the worst thing they could do, right? What would you rather have done, right? You wake up and you've got lobster claws for hands. Right. You wake up and you've got duck's feet. Or you wake up and you've got one horn coming out of your head.
The worst thing,
Yeah.
probably the horn coming out on the head.
Why?
Get in the way.
That would be useful, wouldn't it, in fights and stuff? And for like parties, people play
Well, I
points.
suppose the lobster claws would also be quite handy there.
Definitely.
Blackpool Motorcycle Club, spread your love. You enjoying it so far?
Yeah, I suppose so.
First show back?
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's great to be
I'm
back.
just thinking about that money, Rick, to be honest.
I
It's still playing on my
know,
mind.
yeah.
Could we maybe get like a sort of telethon type thing going or a little charity thing, just sort of help me pay?
You can't really ask people to send you money, it's
Really?
technically begging.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Unless
so-
you're are you a registered charity?
I suppose not really.
We could probably get you status.
Yeah. But could I pretend to give them something in return? I mean, am I allowed to sell things on the radio?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, so-
Although you probably get in trouble with the authority if you're using it to sort of like to your own gain, not like everyone else doesn't.
No, exactly. Yeah.
Free lunches and sponsorship and God knows what. You know what I mean? But the people that work here, small fry, the scum.
Exactly, the nobodies, yeah.
Yeah.
But 165 quid is quite a lot of money, so I mean, if you want to contribute anything, Rick, as I said before, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, no, I would if I felt any responsibility or cared. But I got there too early, which is annoying. What we should have done, really, was get you your plane and come back, because I'd have had time.
Do you know, I was going to mention it at the time, but I didn't want to, because I knew the answer would be no. So
Oh, Carl. Oh, I've had a great time. I've forgotten how good it was just to have a normal just to have a conversation with you. Have you been looking forward to this? He's really down today, isn't he?
He's down, man, isn't
Just a bit tired.
But it's interesting because I said to him, did you enjoy Edinburgh? He spent the week up in Edinburgh, obviously, and he said, yeah, well, he loved it up there. He's been partying every night, and he actually enjoyed it. And I've never met him when he's actually enjoyed anything before. He's never enjoyed anything, as far as I know. And I'm impressed that we weren't involved.
His paper round.
He loved the paper round, and this is the first time.
He was talking to me about that the other day as well. But I said, that's what he really thinks that paper round he had when he was 14 was the best job he'd ever had. Yeah. He still thinks it's the best job because he said he was his own boss. Well, no, you won't. He went, well, I'll get on my bike and think. And he said, I bet if I phoned those people who I delivered the papers to, they'd say it was the best delivery they've ever had. He said, in fact, I bet a lot of them have chucked in the delivery because it went downhill. This is all, he's thinking this as he went along, didn't you? Yeah. Imagine phoning someone up and saying, you don't remember me, but I used to deliver your paper 10 years ago. Was it the best delivery service you've ever had?
No, but if I said I delivered it 10 years ago, you used to, if you got up at like 6 in the morning, it was there for you. Yeah. There's no other paper boy who could guarantee that they'd have that paper when they got
Carl, if you could earn enough money, would you do a paper round again? If that was your job, but you were being paid enough to make a living from it, is that something you think about? Do you think you'd enjoy it as much nowadays?
Yeah, I reckon I would, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, listen to some music.
Sure.
£1,000 a week, would you do the best
Yeah.
Would you really?
Yeah.
Is there anyone out there who is willing to test that? Is there anyone who's willing to pay Carl, right, a sum of a grand to take a week off work and deliver papers just for that week?
All day, though? It's all day?
No. I'll get up and the customers will have their paper.
Yeah, but can I tell you what street it is?
No, because...
No, it's the M25.
See,
you are being paid £1,000.
Yeah, you've got to deliver to the M25. I'll tell you what, let's take the mood down a little bit and play one of the most beautiful songs I've been looking forward to getting. By the way, just play this, to be honest. It's Jimmy Webb's version of Galveston. Galveston there, by the brilliant Jimmy Webb. Who wrote it?
Who wrote it?
He wrote it.
Yes.
I mean, Brilliant Jimmy Webb, who wrote it? Yeah. It was all one sentence.
Yes.
Did I confuse you?
Again, yeah.
With my speech pattern.
It's just using the English language is always helpful.
But compared to Carl, I'm Oscar Wilde.
I suppose so.
Be afraid.
Electric Soft Parade on XFM 104.9. Not long to go on our a triumphant return. I think. I think the paper to be saying, Steve.
Yes.
Carl, I've met Carl a couple of times in our sabbatical, and he said to me once, he said, oysters. So I said, have you ever tried oysters? I don't like them. And I said, it's just a thing about swallowing them whole, you know. He went, well, the reason you have to do that is because they're fatally poisonous. And if you bite into them, they kill you. And I went, well, of course they don't. He went, yeah. I went, well, of course they wouldn't. What if you chewed on it? He said, no. I said, well, so you swallow them whole, they're not poisonous. He went, yeah, see. He said, when you swallow heroin in a Johnny, he says, that doesn't kill you, does it? That was it. Oh. And then about a week later, he went, I was wrong about them. Yeah, I went, well, he said, yeah. And what did you say?
It's if you eat them and then you have some whiskey.
They turn deadly when whiskey comes into contact with them.
Yeah, when they've had a drink.
When they have a drink, they get a bit rowdy in your stomach. They start fighting, they can cause hilarious.
So what are you saying now? Are you saying you don't believe that?
Am I saying what?
Are you saying you don't believe that?
He thinks he's got us here. Yeah, I don't believe that if you eat an oyster, then drink some whiskey, you die.
You might not die straight away, but you won't...
Eventually, 50 years' time.
If you've got to keep on drinking whiskey.
Yeah,
a bottle a day.
50 or 60 years later, he was dead. Yeah. Oyster and a bottle of whiskey a day. Oh. Then, out of nowhere, 40 years later...
Where does this information come from, Carl?
If some doctor called up now...
Yeah.
...and put you right, would you believe him?
If it wasn't Dr. Fox, yeah.
What about the airy lads growing up with the werewolves and that?
They didn't grow up with werewolves. You've confused about three different
stories. Just a genetic mutation where they were born with very, very hirsute.
There were a couple of kids, yes.
They didn't grow up with wolves, and you can't kill them with a silver bullet. I mean, you're confusing two things.
There were some kids who were very, very hairy, yes. Yeah. They're in folklore. There were some kids who grew up with wolves, yes. I don't think the two are connected.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as werewolves, Carl.
You
believe me, I saw a documentary on it on the History Channel. You'd have loved it.
You grew up with a magpie. You know, you don't flap around, do you, and steal people's jewellery?
What was the thing you told me about snails?
Have you ever had any post that looks like it's been opened?
Occasionally, yeah.
Right. Well, what it is, it's not your postman having a
sneaky look.
A sneaky look. Problem is, slugs.
The problem's slugs.
Slugs at night, they like nipping about and that, and it gets a bit cold. And in London, like in the country, they go into the grass, don't they?
Right.
But in London, it's like, oh, what can we do? And they go in letterboxes.
Slugs go in letterboxes?
Get in letterboxes, it's nice and warm in there, dry and what have you. And
these are homeless slugs, aren't they? The ones that lost their shell.
When they're in there, they only found out that they love glue. They've been eating the glue off the stamps.
Right.
And people have been getting charged for post because it hasn't had stamps on it. It's like, well, I put a stamp on it. Yeah. It's like slugs have been eating it.
Sure.
And they also eat the glue that's on the actual envelope shutter. And it's a real popular problem, this, that letters are being lost and opened and all that stuff. Yeah. Slugs.
Are slugs like stealing postal orders and things and cashing them in and stuff?
Yeah, again, you know, if there's a doctor, if there's a postman...
Yeah.
Well, with us two expert witnesses, a doctor and a postman. So postage is a real problem.
When we see a slug's trail or a snail's trail,
it's glue.
That's glue they've stolen, is it? That's a little.
I'm not going to say yes to that because I'm not sure.
But we could follow that trail and find them, and they'd have a big sort of
big pile of letters.
Our stamps and
there they are,
like birthday cards for
but £2 notes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. Wow. Slugs. Wow. So oysters and whiskey kill you, and slugs.
Be very careful if you're going to go out this evening. You're thinking of having a whiskey, maybe some oysters. Be very, very careful.
Yeah, and if you are going to post a letter, please do not use tasty glue. Back to form there, Oasis, and Little by Little. This is XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais. Who are you?
My name's Steve Merchant. Good to see you.
Thanks. With us, the producer in the studio is Karl Pilkington, and he'll be doing the buttons.
Yeah, you made a good effort there, but once again,
got bored.
Word to your enemy, Rick, and they defeated you once again. Yes, run out of steam with the sentences.
Every week I think, well, I'm really going to make an effort now. I've chosen some records.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. That's as far as it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe you should write out what you're going to say at the top of the show. Write that out. Nice big crayon.
I like to keep a little bit of, you know...
A little bit of something, a little bit of spark, a little bit of liveliness to it. Sure. How are you? Good to see you.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to...
it's great to be out of the house again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, just, I was going to say, because we've been doing this for a long time now with a little break, but XFM are bringing new listeners all the time. I've heard 4 or 5 a week.
Really?
Yeah. New listeners tune in to XFM 104.9.
Radio 1, beware.
Yeah. And we might take it for granted the people that know who we are, know who you are, know who Karl is.
Sure.
Now, if you're a regular, then you know exactly who we are. But for those of you who don't, I'm Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais, a BAFTA award-winning actor and writer.
Steve Merchant, all those.
A friend of yours.
Yeah. And this is the important thing. Karl Pilkington,
absolutely,
our producer. I say producer. He was the bloke who was lumbered with a job. When I said, listen, I used to run the desk in the old days. I used to press the buttons and run the desk and everything. And now I said, listen, I've been on the telly. I do not press my own buttons. And Karl said, well, I don't really work weekends. And they went, well, you do if you want to keep your job.
Absolutely.
And we were lumbered with him. And then we discovered that he's not just a little dork, a little manky sort of idiot.
Sure,
he's got nice shirt. He's got, you know what I mean? He's got something else.
Absolutely.
He's got a certain...
another direction,
and he started having a little chat, and we discovered that he had quite a lot to say.
Well, I think absolutely right, and I think I was wondering maybe we should maybe play another tune, but after that, I just think we should re-familiarise our radio audience with Karl, and any new listeners, just somehow going to let them get to know the real Karl again.
Well, if you are new, you'll find that we like some old songs, some new songs, some chit-chat. We get serious sometimes, there's some tears and some laughter. Yeah. We kicked off with Oasis' new one, Little by Little. We're going to go back in time now to Iggy Pop and his Stooges with I'm Bored. Iggy Pop on board on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais.
Steve Merchant here as well.
Yeah, little Karl Pilkington. Well, to reintroduce or introduce people for the first time to Karl, I think we should have
Yeah, I've got maybe sort of a kind of a quick Q&A, Carl, and we don't need sort of lengthy answers from you. We don't need lots of detail. Can we just a couple of sentences
Just to get
to
a
answer this
flavour of
question?
who you are.
Yeah. So firstly, name obviously Karl Pilkington. Age, Carl?
I'll be 30 next month.
Really?
This month? No, next. Where are we?
I don't think we need to ask any more questions. That's it. Welcome to the world of Karl Pilkington.
I thought it would take 3 or 4
I thought it was
questions
gonna be at least-
to really
yeah.
explain.
That was the first question.
Oh
Absolutely
God!
incredible. But you know,